limit on individual purchases, but you didn't give any. What's the idea on if you are buying as a company entity? You said individuals can't buy more than 500 square meters. What if it's an entity, like a company owned, if a company wants to buy a registered entity? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, I don't know if you have any information on the tourism link to properties in Rwanda. I know Rwanda is a tourist destination, and that itself always brings a lot of potential for rental properties. So the rental tourism market, if you have any information on that.
The rental tourism market, you are referring to short
Airbnbs, yes.
That's a big deal now. As I can tell you, for now, even back at my home, we have an Airbnb and we live in Minnesota, and we're bringing a lot of income for the household. So I can say that I'll start with the tourism in relation to the real estate. It is, as you know, Rwanda is becoming a destination for tourists, summits, and everything. So it is very good. As I said, even the data that I showed you, they might have skyrocketed in the last 2 years. Because now people are starting to understand that one can build a house which is not going to live in, put everything in, and rent it to other people. Sorry?
I'm just helping you finish. I said I'm just not getting money. You put everything, you don't live there, I'm just not getting money.
Yeah, which I live to that. As I said, when I started in real estate, I had an idea to solve all the problems within the real estate market. So I'm currently working on a project in my company to create an app which will help people to connect directly with their properties. You manage your properties through the app and through our company. And if you want to build a house, you do it through the app, hire a construction company in the country. Everything is done within the application. If the company does the wrong thing, does anything wrong compared to what you've agreed on, you will sue the company in your behalf. So that's something that I'm currently working on, which will be maybe ready in the February next year.
First question.
Sorry.
How much can a company buy?
Okay, the limit on how much a company can buy, there is no limit as far as I'm concerned. You can buy a big plot of land. As far as I know, there is no limit. So there might be changes on the information that I give you now about this, because I haven't worked with someone who bought a land and they limited him on what he can buy. I've never faced this case. So like I say, that information, I don't have it, but I believe there is no limit.
Sorry, my question is around infrastructure. You mentioned that once you start development of housing project, typically attracts infrastructure. Government comes, follows up with infrastructure, roads, electricity, and all that. My question is, how long does that typically take? And are there instances where the government has visited an area, developed infrastructure, and then just buy, and then more like plug and play, rather than government fully enough about infrastructure? Do you have situations where the infrastructure are already there? You have the layout of the land, you have the infrastructure, and then you can then buy and then start development, rather than development and then coming up with infrastructure.
Sorry, I didn't get the question well.
Okay, let me repeat it. You mentioned in your presentation that once you start development of property, that typically the government comes, follows up with infrastructure, education, roads, and the rest, internet, and the rest. I'm asking, are there areas where government has deliberately set up infrastructure, put on the roads, put up the internet, and everything, so that then that follows up with opportunity to buy? Because in that case, you have a shorter short period. Do you have that distance, or what is typically? And then where the infrastructure comes after, how long does it typically take?
Okay, thank you. I don't have any information of that because there is none. No place that the government is putting there to set like, if they set it, they put infrastructures there, people living there, that means they're going to do their own project there, or maybe the plot is already bought and they are working in cooperation with the government sometimes. And another thing is, you mentioned internet, water and everything. Most of the parts of the country, there is access to electricity and water. So these are very key infrastructures to people who want to live in a house. So like places like Ngesera, people moved into the place and the government came in after many people lived there. They put the roads and everything. Electricity was already there because around, if I'm right about the percentage, 80 to 90% of the Rwandan community has access to electricity. So, you mentioned how long does it take for the government to come in? As long as the people is settled in by people, they have chosen the place and they're living, and there is always a master plan of any part of the country. And the master plan is updated according to how people move in the place.
Thank you so much. Because of our time, you can talk to them after the fact, and then don't roll your eyes when you sit outside. So just understand, we want to respect our time, and there's a time limit. At the same time, this is the reason why we're here. So we want you to ask your question, but we have to respect the time. So you're still available after the fact. This will be the last one, and I do apologize. Don't rush me outside, please.
Don't worry, my question is very simple. What is the average annual income for Rwandans? And what is the average rental income that you get?
The average annual income for Rwandan
Depends
and
on the
average
plans.
annual income from rentals. Using the information like I just shared, like they say,
The devils and the details.
No upset. The information you show is 2 years old.
yeah, you know, in African countries, like most of these relevant informations are hidden. And when they put it into data, they will just give data that will help them to get loans from IMF.
Well, let me just say this though. If you listen to which I know we did, the first presentation, the lady spoke about it, 200,000 to 1.2 million their currency. That's the average.
Is that per year, per month?
That is average,
Monthly.
monthly. And I mentioned that if you have that income, you have access to the other Kiriwa program that I said. Yeah, 40 million. And you have more than 1.2 to 1.5, you have access to about 60 million to build, buy a house.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. Let me give space to you.
All right. Thank you. My brother, after digesting all this information, you may have more questions. We are still available, and you are still available, and then you can see for all the questions. Maybe there are some things you would like to ask now that we have time to give you the feedback and the full information of that. But what I just want to say is that Rwanda is very good to invest. As I said, I came, I look around, I look at the areas that we came from, and then I know that we can invest here. I register my company just like the chairman was asking question. I register my own company, and I got about 4,000 square meters. I was able to get 4,000 square meter land, and in 2 weeks, as I said, my name is already there, and then it's secure. It's secure. Whatever whether individually or collectively, whatever you conclude, because I know after this meeting there will still be a meeting within yourself. So whatever you conclude and you get to be, whether through the government or whether through our team, by the grace of God, I'm on ground here represent you whenever you want to go. Thank you.
Thank you.